Yeah, this is the Patreon episode.
Where are we starting?
So hot. That's right. It's the midterm elections today. What do you all think's going to happen?
Trump's going to win.
I think the
Trump's not on the
I
ballot.
know, but he's still going to win.
I think the Democrats are going to rig it again. In the night, it was a red mirage, and then I say,
Don't you think Elon Musk has turned the tide now by fucking up everything on Twitter for them?
He actually said that people should vote Republican.
And he said that he'd voted Democrat all his life, didn't he?
He said he's independent-minded. He said if you're independent-minded, like government works best when one party doesn't have complete control. So if you got a Democrat president, you want a Republican Senate or Republican House or whatever. So he said vote Republican.
I didn't even know there were elections coming. I wasn't following that, to be honest.
well, they're going to be another. I think the Democrats are going to cheat it again.
Do you think they cheated last time?
Yeah,
No, I don't think they did.
I do.
Maybe a little bit.
I think they cheated in the middle. Man, why?
It's amazing how much of that footage was out, though, isn't it? Of them like moving boxes and with like a squirrel coming in with like and taking some things and put them in another box and then
A squirrel put something.
Oh, just you know, there was all random videos, wasn't there? And everyone was going mad and they're going, "Oh, look, they're cheating!"
Yeah.
But all these videos suddenly emerge, and it seems like a kind of very coincidental, doesn't it?
Yeah, Biden and Obama have both been campaigning for the midterms, saying like, "Oh, this is a vote. If you care about democracy, you got to vote for Democrats because like the Republicans denied the results of the election and they're anti-democracy." But it wasn't Republicans who like stifled the Hunter Biden laptop story. It wasn't Republicans who denied the legitimacy of the 2016 election.
Well, they've been saying that CNN and the left-wing news organizations are saying there's going to be a red mirage on Tuesday today. I.e., it's going to look like the Republicans are going to win.
like last time.
Like last time. But they said it takes a few weeks to get all the results in. We won't know the true
for that
results
squirrel
until
to do
later
its
on.
work.
And then even that woman, I've forgotten her name, the spokesperson.
Tulsi Gabbard.
No, Paris or whatever her name
I like
is.
Tulsi
Hilton.
Gabbard.
And that-
Hilton.
No, and she's
Paris,
she's
Texas.
like, yeah, it just takes us that long to count votes. Like, man, if this was like Uganda, people are like, this is corrupt.
Be
But in-
racist again.
I'm not.
man.
I'm saying Uganda's not known for their for being the best, democratically organized thing, right?
You
If
are
there's
gay.
You gay,
why are
you
you-
gay
why do you say I'm
you
gay?
gaydar.
you are gay.
Why are you gay?
I can't believe how gay you are.
You are gay.
You are so gay.
Oh, shit.
You know, I was.
Why am I gay?
We got a gay lodger. Listen to this. He's a lovely geezer. I love him from the bottom of my heart. But he came down for Christmas dinner, and it was all my family. It was about 15 of us, and I started telling a story about my dad. And I realised that the end punchline was this gay bloke tried to have it off with him. And my old man is like, if you knew my old man, it would make it extremely funny. He's like old school Italian. He's like, he tried to have a sex with me. I couldn't believe it. He went in our room, he come back just in his pants and a furry coat. It was so funny when my dad told the story, and I was retelling it. And as I got to that bit, I looked at the guy who lives in Ireland, and I just changed it. You know, you change the story. I just changed it to something completely unfunny.
That made no sense. Yeah.
And that to do that comedy thing of just, and you switch to something else. Have you seen that thing on TV? Oh my God. And then everyone was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Where's the end of the story gone? But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't say that in front. It wasn't homophobic in any way.
Tell us your dad's story and we'll decide.
My dad was at Victoria Station in the 60s, like just hanging out. Well, that's where the Italians used to hang out, smoking cigarettes and trying to find friends and work and shit. And this guy befriended him and said to come back to my place, I'll give you somewhere to stay. And he thought, anyway, I don't know. And my dad's actually, bless him, he was never homophobic, my dad. Not like, maybe a little bit
sounds
racist.
very homosexual,
Racist against British people because he was fighting all the racism, which was understandable because he'd, obviously the Italians were on the side of the Germans, and it was just after the war, so the English obviously didn't like Italians and Germans, and rightly so, because they'd just been fighting them. So he was fighting all these, a lot of racism in the 50s anyway, multiple kind of faced racism, but understandable racism, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so he's in Victoria Station, and this guy takes him back to his place. My old man thinks, I'm just going to make friends with him. And the guy goes to get changed, telling my old man he's going to get a drink. He comes back just in his underwear and like a coat. You know those silky smoking jacket things?
Oh, yeah.
Like a Robert de Chambre is called in. And he goes, my old man goes, I can't believe it. He come back in the room. He was half naked with a dressing gown. His balls hanging out. He wanted to have sex with me. I ran out of that flat. I go down the street. I was never go back to his house. And it made me laugh so much just knowing my old man. And then I was telling that
And
story.
that man's name was Go Bad.
And I was telling it on Christmas Day, and I just had to suddenly, you know, when it just dawns on you, like when you was telling that racist joke that
Which
time
one?
at that gig, and those two black guys were at the front, and they said, "Do you remember they shouted out?" He goes, "I hope this joke ain't racist, bruv." And I was at the back of the gig going like this.
But Darius just carried on and
No,
told it.
he chatting.
Oh, do you change it?
What joke was
Normally he just carries
Yeah, it's
on.
one-
Is that
It was the one-
Call of Duty game?
Yeah,
joke?
yeah, that
The
one.
N
And
word?
it's got the N or something in it.
yeah, good joke.
And them two fucking mad-looking black dudes were just staring at you like that. And I was thinking, I'm not fighting on your behalf, Darius. And I was at the back of the gig, and I stood up and I went like this. I said, cancel. I was cancel culturing him from the back of the gig. And one of them looked at and he goes, "Look, Marrese's signalling to me. Look, what's he mean? What's he talking about? Telling me not to do the joke."
Let me just finish this punchline.
And the guy goes, "You best listen to your friend, yeah? You best listen to your friend." And it was one of those like, black guys from the 80s, just a face like there's like a fucking tear your limb from limb like that.
What gig
And I was
was
like,
this?
not prepared to fight for him.
And what did Darius do?
You changed it to something like it's that classic thing. You
can
changed
see
it to
that.
say unfunny, and everyone
Yeah.
just like, that's not a punchline. And I was just like, thank fuck for that, man.
Yeah.
I was just at the back of the gig thinking, and it had already got. And then you had that guy throw a pint in your face. Do you remember?
Ah,
that
super
one
dry.
in-
Yeah, super. Yeah, you said to that guy,
Super
it's
dry.
super dry.
And then you got super wet.
Yeah.
He was super wet. Do you know that story? Fucking hell, Mooch. Stop fucking up the punchline, bro.
Tell us.
Was you there?
I wasn't there.
No, it was
but
just
I know.
me and you, wasn't it?
What happened?
This
There
was
was a
some
Scot- there was
random
a-
South London gig.
Yeah, but it was full up, and there was a group of teachers there, and they were chatting through the gig. And you said you had a confrontation with one of them, and he had a super dry t-shirt on or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was going, "Shut up, super dry." Like that, and they all got up to leave, and he threw a pint in your face, and you went super wet. Like that.
And he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
class.
said that or I said that?
What, haven't you said it?
That's class. That's
That's
funny.
not class. It's assault, actually.
But
Nah,
actually-
but that's fun. That's
It
It's
was
not
funny.
funny.
Sometimes people are funny.
Yeah.
You know.
But,
like-
he assaulted me.
And I was laughing inside deeply, you know, when you're laughing at your friends dying on stage. A bit like that time when we went to that fucking seaside.
Mersey
Oh
fucking
my God.
island. Oh,
and
my
then you
God.
wouldn't leave.
And it was Nick, it was the funniest night of my life, better than any gig I've ever been to. Being backstage, right? So we went to this gig. Me and these two, and these people were like troglodytes out of Sinbad and the seven fucking, you know, the
They
troglodytes.
were living in a caravan park.
Yeah.
In
And they
Inglewood
didn't
Park.
understand any jokes.
It was like a caravan park, but instead of being one where you go on holiday, it's one where you go, because you can buy a caravan for
go
like
to
$7.5
die.
grand, so you just go and wait to die. You made terrible decisions in your life.
terrible.
All you can
And it
afford
was
is a
packed,
caravan.
man. There was about 200-300 of them in there. And I went out.
Is this
and I-
Murph Control?
No, this was a
Tom Fowler.
Tom Fowler.
Oh,
Tom Fowler
Jesus.
gig from hell, like in that category. Like,
Doing that.
gig from hell. Gig from hell. Just goes, But you think, well, fuck it, it's 120 quid, might as well do it, you know what I mean? 17 hours drive. So we went down there, and I went out to MC, and within like three minutes, I realised that no one understood anything about anything.
Yeah.
No one understood the basic, but you had to be like a kind of quick fire, like one joke every 30 seconds.
Oh, and also-
70s comic, yeah. Like
Also,
what-
I was booked to open and close.
yeah, as pun man.
I was booked to
Pun man
open.
with those fucking
I
eyebrows
was booked to
stuck
open
on.
as pun man and close as myself. And like, oh, man.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'll
I
tell
booked
you,
you to
listen.
do
So
that.
I went out there. So quickly after 3 minutes, I started just attacking them, like the nastiest shit I could think of, dark, horrible. And the more I did that, the more like and they were just fucking, they were in hysterics. And I came off, and I brought you one on first, right?
Yeah.
And the manager's going, "That's amazing, thank you, fucking great, amazing." So we're sitting in a little green room backstage, and Leo goes on, and it's just deathly silent. And I can hear Leo going, and then he starts going, "So you don't understand that then? Okay, let's try this then." And then he says, "You're doing your puns, and they're just not getting one." And
Leo started.
it's just silent. And he was a bit by going, "I'm not going on, man. I'm not going on." And I said to him, "You're going on."
Darius was sitting in the audience laughing. He was like the only person laughing because he was enjoying me dying so much. And Darius, you thought you were going to do all right.
I didn't.
But fuck me.
I didn't.
No,
I
he-
remember.
no,
This is
I remember
my.
I told a joke. I told a joke about pedophilia or something, and they didn't get that it's a fucking pun.
What
I
was
was like,
it? Remind me. I know the joke.
But the manager started going to me backstage. The manager was going, "What's going on?"
Well, I said
you have to go back out there. You know that classic. You have to go back out there. I was like,
the joke was, I'm thinking of fostering a child. Gonna see if I can get the whole can up its arse.
But they actually thought it was real.
Yeah.
I was in.
Why would you do that with a can?
Why would you waste Fosters like that?
They were like a Guardian reviewer.
I was in. So I'll remember, right? Marrese came out, and it was like
Leo dies.
Man, Leo. Listen.
Was that material?
Marrese,
You must admit, I crushed it.
you did well, but I could see when you did well, but I
But
was
you were just walking around.
Yeah, you were chatting
on a radio mic,
but
just
even
chatting.
that- well,
Shut the fuck.
Even
Lucky the
that,
lid was
though,
on.
I thought that was like you did well. This is my recollection. You did well. I thought this is going to be a hard gig, right?
'Cause it wasn't a
Leo,
comedy.
and it wasn't a gig. Leo came out dressed as Pun Man.
I know, man.
Like to these guys, just
So beautiful. The whole thing is so beautiful.
looking like a fucking idiot.
With those
Within
short
about-
trousers as well.
he
Like,
started
He didn't even have on the fun my
he had
outfit
the,
yet.
no, he had the Pun Man outfit on.
eyebrows.
I'm just saying.
He came on, look, he did a minute and it was good. I thought, oh, he's got this. Like, why is this? Maybe. And then by 1 minute, 10 seconds, the death started. By 1 minute 30 it was like the most painful death. By 5 minutes he did the Foster's joke. Then you finished it to like just death. Then you brought me out. I opened by instantly dying. And then I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to repeat Leo's joke. So I repeated Leo's joke because it was funny. I said this pun, the exact. So then they thought we were both paedophiles because we both did the joke. Who the fucking nuts? Then they started playing music over the top of
Yeah,
me.
that's what they
And
do
they
at those
cut
gigs.
Darius's mic, and then the voice came over from the manager backstage. And he's
Say
like,
sorry.
He said, "Sorry, folks, we've tried something different this week, but don't worry, next week we'll be back to bingo as usual."
You can kick their heads in outside the venue in the next 5 minutes.
And
5
then-
minutes.
And then
Fosters is on offer now.
Then me and
2 for 1 on Foster's gins.
Then me and Leo were like, let's get the fuck out of here as
Yeah.
quick as we can. And then Marrese, you insisted on having a cigarette
And a piss
and a piss
by your car.
by the car before you would get a please.
But I done great, man. They were
Yeah, but
asking
we-
me for pictures, selfies. I was doing selfies with them like,
Selling merch.
yeah, he was like, here's my Twitter handle. They're like, what's Twitter?
That was the maddest gig ever.
But it was so watching other people die is great,
It's
though, isn't
great.
it?
Oh, it's the best
brilliant.
thing.
Nothing
It's
is
the
fun. There's
best thing.
nothing funnier, man.
Yeah.
Nothing funny.
I
Beyond
watched
shit.
Ben
Hey,
Adams
Black
die
Sabbath.
once after what's the little northern
Oh, jokes and ale.
Yeah.
Ale and mirth.
Dibbity Jew. What's his name?
What's his name?
Chris Ashton.
Yeah, Chris Ashton.
And we was at some like thing with about 100 people sitting in the square of this giant auditorium, you know, and you're like right in the middle. And Chris Ashton actually smashed it. Did amazing. It was one of the moments when and then Ben
Because he
went.
borrows some of his jokes.
Whatever he does, and he did great. And then Ben came on and just died for like 20 minutes, and I was enjoying it so much. You know, so it's just like sex. It's just like a continuous orgasm, and you're just enjoying it, like.
Because you're thinking, I'm glad that's not me.
Yeah, that's it. Partially,
You're
isn't
like,
it? It's partially that.
Yeah.
Who have you seen die and enjoy dying? Then
You watch some of your videos back.
I never watched my videos. I haven't seen. Who was the best deaths? I've had some good deaths. Well, I had the super dry one.
The great ones are when people are dying and they don't think they're dying. And they're just plowing through and they think.
and doing the whole set as well.
They come off stage thinking that went well. and
Yeah.
you're
That's
like,
the alternative reality syndrome.
You get
isn't it?
some deluded
Some
people in the
deluded,
comedy
yeah.
circuit who are like that. But man, I love it when you watch somebody who's like normally good at it. But man, it only takes like 30 seconds to go like full dry mouth, sweaty face, like
Yeah,
horrible
yeah.
death. And you can see it. You can hear the mouth
When they
getting
all
sticky.
turn against you, that second when they all turn against you. Once I was in, what's that one in Covent Garden in under the arches? In
Oh
the
yeah,
gay
Heaven.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
Covent Garden Comedy
Yeah,
Club.
Covent Garden
Oh,
Comedy
yeah.
Club. And I did great at MCing it every single time, and it was that just after that tram accident in South London or something.
Yeah.
In Clapham, you know, there's
Croydon.
That's it. Someone I said to this guy, "Where are you from?" He went, Croydon, and I went, "How's the trams doing?" Just something like throw it, and the whole place went, "Oh."
Yeah.
And the whole energy went, roar. You know, when the air sucks out the room, and I was like, fucking hell, man, what's that? And everything went, ooh, like Hitchcock, when it went, ooh. And I just had to quick, you have to do that quick change thing. Like, who likes Beyonce? Like, she looks like she's from Beyonce. Ha, ha, here's the next act. You just like get off and you're like sweating and thinking, fucking hell, for such a small comment.
Because that gig, they're really specific on the time. You only get 7 minutes. So
7 minutes, you've got to do like amazing.
Yeah. And like, there's no extra 30 seconds to salvage it.
Junglers?
No,
Covent Garden Comedy
it's,
Club.
okay. Dave Ward box it, I think.
Does it still happen?
No, they moved it because so basically it's GAY was on, and they have the comedy, but they make so much money from the drinking that they you have to basically be out on the fucking.
Yeah, they had like a team of geezers pulling out the chairs in like 2.5 minutes, pulling out 200. It was a great gig, man. It was like I did it so often, and it was easy because I could just get on the train, smoke weed when I got there. Smoke spliff at half time, smoke spliff afterwards, and get the train home. It was great.
That was another thing that they because with the timings being so tight, you'd always be out the back having a spliff, and they'd be like really pissed off because they couldn't find you.
I knew once or twice that happened to me. They went mad, man, because I was smoking a little head outside, and going, nah.
Imagine saying that for any other job.
I think it's fine to smoke spliff.
I used to do it when I was DJing all the time, and all the bouncers would come up and go, "All right, give us a little toke," and go and punch someone's head in. So
What else were we going to?
Oh yeah, why are you moving to Devon?
So, I'm moving to Devon with my family to get out of London's becoming. Well, it's been a long-term plan anyway. I just want to. I want to be near the sea. I want the kids to have a different kind of environment growing up before they
fresh air.
Yeah, there's the fresh air, there's less pollution. There's all the LTNs in London as well are driving everyone insane. So I drive around in my van.
What's an LTN, just in case?
That's a low traffic neighbourhood. So
what does it mean?
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but they're closing entire areas off, so you can't drive through them anymore.
Have they got barriers, or do you just
They've got cameras and signs.
Man, because I got caught by a fucking camera. I just drove down the street. It was a normal fucking street, and then they sent me a fucking.
I've had about 10 of those this year. About 800 quid I've paid in those. Honestly, and it's driving people nuts. So now you can't go there's only one route out of North London into another part of North London. You can't. You literally, they've closed entire neighbourhoods off, and people are going nuts. And the pollution.
They want to get people off the cars, right?
It's basically to drive you out of your car, get you out of your car, and also kind of like
into the matrix.
Basically, it's kind of like they're almost like checkpoints.
Yeah.
So if you have another lockdown, you've got all these checkpoints now. You can just one at a time through them. That could be part of the reason.
You know what it reminds me of? So in East Germany, under the Stasi, under communism, there was a waiting list to get a car. It was about 7 years to 10 years to get a car if you wanted a car. But if you applied to buy a car, you went on this list as a problematic person because they said this is somebody who wants to be sort of in control of their own destiny and where they go and stuff, instead of just following our public transport systems and going where we allow people to go. So it made you a problematic person. You went on a list if you wanted a car. Yeah. Same things happen. And now they're trying to roll back cars, roll back your autonomy.
And that's the same as with Just Stop Oil. It's the same agenda moving forward with various tentacles through society. We won't have the freedom of having cars. We won't be able to move about and travel because that's the reason is in their minds, in their narrative, is that us moving about is causing pollution, isn't it? Us being free and being able to drive to Norfolk and go and see your relatives in Leicester or something. You shouldn't be able to do that. You either get on a train or don't go. Yeah, and sometimes you can't do all of that.
You're going to be a pig.
250 quid to.
This is the other problem, and it's takes sometimes you're not near a tube or not near a train at the other end of the destination. So even for people with these low traffic neighbourhoods, they don't even allow electric cars through. Yeah. So they're not for stopping pollution because they would let those hybrid cars through. Yeah. They're letting no one through. Cyclists, obviously.
What are you going to do for work in Devon?
I'm retired.
Oh, right, nice. How do you retire?
Selling weed in the 80s, and I stored all that money, and now I'm using it to live on. I'm only joking. It's not true. No, I'm not gonna work for about a year or two. So I've got plans. So I'm gonna be growing a lot of our own food. Yeah. So I've got to set all of that up. Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of off-grid stuff. So we're gonna have solar paneling stuff going on, borehole water. Growing our own food, having chickens, but I've always kept chickens even in London. So we're going to have all of those things in place. So it's going to take me a good year or two to set that up.
I used to have a job drilling holes for water. It was boring.
It was boring.
Thank you.
I tried to stick a turnip up my arse. I pump or not squash it. Butter not squash it. Pumpkin.
Pump or not.
This is the other reason you're going to Devon.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, no.
Oh yeah, before we forget, I want to give this to you, Leo. This is from Husseina.
Ah, so
Brilliant.
nice.
Husseina sent
Amazing.
that for
What is it? Let me
It's
see.
a little octopus.
To, I guess.
Is it a bum toy?
I think it's for the. Is
It's
it for
for the
your
baby.
child?
No,
Yeah.
it's to go,
For Lana.
Take that back. Can we take that
to
back?
go up my bum.
Oh wow.
It's got the rainbows on. What lovely.
So tell
Thank
Husseina
you,
thank
Hussein.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Husseina. That's really
For the
really-
gay
You should all
octopus.
talk about
Really nice.
your children and your baby's experiences for a second or two.
Well, somebody also had a good idea for a Patreon special pod.
The
We get-
Wive only.
the wives do the pod.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But
Like,
it would be
what, like
much
naked and
What?
shit? Like,
It'd be better than our actual podcast.
100%. Also, just
like a booty video. They're all going.
I think that's,
Shit.
I think that's a great shout. We could do it on Zoom if obviously because of the geographical things. And
But what if they're all bitches?
would that be?
Like really bitchy and hate each other.
Yeah, that'd be even better. That's great podcasting.
All right,
Like
let's
the
do
Real
it.
Housewives of Three Speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
to see how
How are you finding fatherhood, you three? Then obviously your kids
Easy.
are. Who's got the? Leo's got the youngest child.
Yeah.
Then it's you, isn't it?
Yeah, one
and
and a
then
half. Mooch is-
Nico's.
Wait, how old
No,
are you?
and Mooch. Sorry.
Mine's one.
So you're
Mine's
second.
18
yeah,
months.
yeah, yeah.
So you're first, second, third, fourth. So are you enjoying being fathers?
Yeah, it's fun.
Sure.
It's all right.
Is that all right?
Oh.
No, yeah, I love it. It's great. It's taxing. There's a lot less time to do anything. Like when you thought you had, like, it makes you value what time you had before, like just to do shit.
I tell you, the most important thing was what children want is it's not the Lego sets for 200 quid like my youngest keeps asking for. Some of these Lego sets are like £295.
Oh man, it's not Lego's always been expensive,
we've
but
got
it's just crazy
26
now.
million pieces of Lego,
Right.
And I regularly hoover them up.
Yeah.
I can hear them go
Yeah.
up the Henry,
That's your
thinking that's
inheritance going.
like 12 quid just there like in that corner. All they want really and truly is your time. I know it sounds cliche, but that's actually
But how
all.
do you
That's-
give
that's
it to them? 'Cause
why-
they
that's
don't-
why-
she just
So when
doesn't
you're
want
with
to
your-
be
my
interested.
when you're with your
That's
kids,
why my baby subscribes to Patreon. See my
when
face.
you're with your kids, the worst thing you can do is sit on your phone in front of them.
I definitely do
Darius, all right? I'm telling you this now. This is my fatherly advice to
All right,
all
go on
four
then.
of you. Try to limit the time you spend on screens when you're with them, because that normalizes it for them. I'm not saying
Yeah.
we all use it. I
But she
have to
doesn't
be
do-
conscious.
She ignores me when I'm not on it. She just ignores
No,
me.
you need to play with your children. Give them time. And the older they get, the more they get. The more they need your
But
time.
at the moment, she doesn't, like, you try and play with her, she runs off and does what she wants.
Yeah, but that's because like maybe you haven't been doing it. I think she'd get used to it and then she'd do it more.
She
Listen,
doesn't.
I'll
She's
give you a
bored
great
of me.
example. I was at a friend's house on Saturday and for a birthday, and my friend's parents, so there's like elderly Greek couple in their 70s, and my youngest was pissed off because all the kids we put all the kids in one room as usual because they want to watch something, but then there's like about 15 of them, and someone has to pick someone. Someone picked an Adam Sandler film, and half the kids were like, "This is shit." Anyway, which I agreed with, by the way. And my youngest came in and he was going nuts. He's going, "I want to watch something on someone's phone." And we was trying to stop that because we don't like our kids just staring into a device. That's how we are. We don't like it. A bit like the people in Silicon Valley. So I couldn't really do anything about it. I was trying to find a way. And she just took control of the situation. The granny, the yaya, that's a granny in Greek. She just took control of the situation in the most beautiful way. She went, "I've got some activities for you." And her voice was so commanding and sympathetic. And she went and got some dominoes out. And he just I make you kebab. She went and got some dominoes out, and he just suddenly started playing physically with the dominoes for like an hour, and I didn't have to put him in front of like Megatron and on somebody's phone just staring. He entered back into the 3D world.
It's too late for Navarra now.
No,
She's
but
too
listen,
far
listen.
gone.
No, you
I've
must do
done
this.
that as
You
well.
have to do this, man. You have to practice this. And I learned a lesson there as well. Like,
But we'll do it on the next one. She's 1.5 now. She's done.
she's
It's a practice baby.
videos.
Yeah, she's too late now. She's too far gone.
Listen, you'll do your kids a favour by giving
Just
your kids time.
Get your belt
that's,
out and beat them.
That's
that's still giving them time.
Yeah.
She's not a cat.
That's how you beat them and get.
That's how I was gonna do.
But don't do the easy parenting thing is just to stick the fucking iPod there on a little stand, and as they're going along in the buggy, they're going, oh,
and apparently, if they're looking at screens, well, there's a couple of bad things. One of them is always, you know, when you read a book, you're reading the same book over and over again. You're like saying dog, whatever. So they learn the word for dog, and they see your mouth moving and stuff. If they're watching a cartoon, they don't get it. It's different every time, so they're not learning that. Ailsa might have told us that when we had lunch.
Man, but she doesn't stay still.
But the other bad thing is, man, if they're on a screen, if they're habituated to being on a screen using the internet, that's where all the nonsense and all the fucking.
So I shouldn't show Navarra Bescore.
Not trying to like.
Listen, don't forget that the people in Silicon Valley, they don't allow their kids to have any screen time up to 5. This is an absolute fact. Up until like 5-7 years old, they keep them away from screens. And these are the people who are behind many of the programs and the apps and everything. They know the damage it does to the cognitive side of the brain. You need to do physical things with them. They need to. I tell you, the best time my kids have is fighting in a cardboard box. You can buy them all the toys in the world, but you give them a big cardboard box, man, and they get in it, all of them. They start fighting in a
cats as well. You give a cat
the cat in a cardboard box, man. You can't beat that shit.
This is why homeless people are so happy.
That's the best joke ever, Leo. That's why you should say to them, why should I give you money? Look at the quality of your box.
Yeah, let me get in there with you and we can have a fight.
It's true though, man. The cardboard boxes are great. They're good fun.
Actually, kids do like Mike. She does like cardboard boxes.
Yeah, you build
but
a spaceship.
she doesn't do what. But she comes.
Cardboard
does what she
boxes
wants.
and bubble wrap.
Yeah,
Give
popping
your kids
bubble wrap.
Popping
Popping bubble
jump
wrap.
on it and popping that shit. That's great.
Fine.
Great
No more
activity.
Coco Melon.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a nice bit of loving advice.
Coco
the
Melon.
eldest father.
Coco Melon is a melon you buy from Green Lanes that's full of cocaine.
She's too far gone. We're getting you one.
You know our tricks. Yogurt.
Yeah.
I took a pill the other day that George gave me called 2CB.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that a
CBD
precursor
or
to- That's
CBD
like a
thing?
fake E thing.
No, it's a mixture. It's kind of like shrooms and ecstasy.
Yeah.
What was it like?
I would say it's more like
I see.
baby LSD.
Right, yeah.
Because
Like a tablet.
What happened?
I'm sure you had that.
Colors.
I had.
see the
But it was a
geometric shapes.
Right,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
right angular.
That's an acid.
How
That's
long did it
sacred
last?
geometry you're seeing.
Yeah.
What's sacred geometry?
Don't worry. Tell us about the trip. What
I want to know
happened?
about sacred geometry.
So what happened in the trip though that I didn't like was everything was pretty color like this, but geometrics. So it
Right.
got the rainbow colors in there, and then my brain associated the rainbow with gay. So I went, oh, I'm in a gay trip. And
Get bummed in that trip.
and then
So funny, man.
and then I
The gay trip.
Why are you gay?
Why is mushroom so gay?
Nico, why are you gay?
Why are you pumping my bum full of mushrooms? Dude, that's it, man.
So then I remember like this. I sent my bro a video of that guy who co-wrote the Chappelle Show talking about a mushroom.
Neil Brennan.
Yeah, talking about he did ayahuasca, and when he did ayahuasca, he started believing in God. He was no longer an atheist. And I sent that to my brother, and my brother has said, nah, miss me with that, because if it can make you believe in God, it could possibly turn you gay as well, right? So that's
what a strange association.
no, but it makes complete sense to go from an
fear in
atheist.
the Nico household.
No, but people,
At any second, they might turn gay.
so
This
that
week
then-
on Will Nico Turn Gay?
So then in my head, in the trip now, I was remembering my brother's fear about, I was like, oh shit, what if this is how I turn gay by taking this pill and having all these rainbow geometric shapes? So I started to panic.
We're like, shit, there's the trans flag.
Yes,
Imagine
yes,
everywhere
I
you
was
go. Then you wake up the next day, everywhere you go, every bloke you see is like, oh, hello, Nico. The muscles are looking
Your wife comes in, do you want a banana? No!
Like,
But I started getting all of them things. The trans
Why are
flag
you
as well
paranoid
pops up.
about it? Because what's happening in society? Because it could happen at any second like that.
No, because of what he said. said about that one
the
about Neil
drugs could
Brennan.
just trip you.
Yeah,
Kind of Fosters.
Yeah, but just embrace it, Nico. If it happens, it happens.
Nah, it's more that the change to my lifestyle. I can't
Well, you
handle
don't.
that.
You've already got the skincare routine. Just the dress might be improved.
Imagine though,
I
that could be
already
one of
got
the
a wife.
side effects of like the shot. So it could be moosh that's
Yeah.
next. He just takes off his t-shirt. He's got lovely lingerie on under there.
I'm a bear.
But wait, what's sacred geometry? That was interesting.
So sacred, everything is kind of like contained in geometric kind of patterns and within like the toroidal shape, like that surrounds you. Your aura is a toroidal shape, but there's
Because when people trip,
Remember when we
people
did that
trip-
on our hands and they went like that?
Yeah, because when
But so
people
you've-
trip, even if like from different cultures, different with similar experiences, and if you take ayahuasca or whatever we took,
DMT.
DMT, you see the machine elves and all that kind of stuff.
And you see it in nature, like the spiral, you see it in shells, you see it in galaxies, you see the same patterns repeated over and over, like toroidal shape.
What's toroidal?
It's like a donut. It's like this shape.
How do you spell that?
And there's that, what is it, the Fermi curve or something?
Toroidal or something like that. You're better at spelling. Toroidal. It's like a kind of, like a magnet where you've got the magnetic field. It comes out the top and it goes back round and underneath like that, like a donut.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly like that. So the other thing is your light body is called a Merkaba. So that's two pyramids. You could get a picture of this up. This is really cool. So when you activate your Merkaba, which is quite difficult, I've not managed it. That's when you astral travel. You astral travel inside the light body. That's called a Merkaba. That's
Bring
two
up the
How
Merkaba.
do you spell Merkaba?
MERCA.
In the mic.
No,
In the mic. Marrese.
BA, I think.
Into the mic. Merkaba.
Merkaba. That's a kind of Hebrew.
It's a place in Brighton.
That's gay bar. and don't accidentally get Milky Bar.
What, you can go into astral plane?
Yeah, you go. That's where you astral travel. So you when you come out of your body, you must have heard people astral traveling.
No.
And you
don't know what astral traveling is.
No, tell us.
So like, one of my close friends does it. Like he can do it like just by default. So he'll be in his lying down in his bed, and then he's just come out of his body. You'll see his body there in the bed, and then he'll just float out the window and fly into different places. And be
I
conscious
used to
of
be
it.
able to levitate when I was younger.
You see, there you go. Tell us about what just off the ground or come out your body.
It felt off my. I would float around the house.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. That's what
I
he
was
did.
floating around the house.
What do you mean? And where would your body be?
My body.
Oh, in dreams?
No. It would actually, to this day, I believe that my body was floating around, but I don't know for sure.
No, your body would have been in place where you was sleeping or whatever.
Yeah.
Your soul or your spirit
but it
aspect.
felt as if I was there.
Yeah, and you're connected by a silver cord
Yeah.
from your belly button.
100%. I used to be
This is
able
a very
to.
common thing. This is
Well,
not
tell
like
us about it. How do we do it? Into
if
the
you've
mic.
already had that experience, if you do Merkaba training, you can go and do remote viewing, astral traveling. You know what remote viewing is?
Can you go in someone else's house?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
What? So, this is
You
the
look
test
at them
to
in
see
the
if-
shower.
But this is the test to see if it works. You could go into someone else's house where they've clearly not been, and they could say if they've been it. But would the
Absolutely.
doors be,
So
what if
look,
the doors are locked?
So when obviously
you
you're
can
just going
float
through
through
it.
it.
Of course you are. Yeah. You know, it's just a.
But no, I know people. I told people this,
I
and they
didn't bring
think I'm
up
making this shit up.
Merkaba.
But
No,
no,
this is
Got
common.
it here.
Nick,
this is the Merkaba.
Yeah, that's it. So that's what you're moving around in.
Why is it the Israeli
That's a-
star?
That's a
It's not-
pastel.
it's a
that's
gay
a pastel
Israeli
image
That's
of.
quite gay. That's the gay one he brought.
It's the
up.
gay.
There's a
Yeah,
straight
be careful.
Merkaba as well.
Yeah, bring up the
Why
straight
are you
one.
That's what you're traveling. That's what your soul's in when you're moving about. That's the energetic shape. That's the sacred geometric shape that your soul is.
So why don't you test your friend then?
What if you're a
and
different
say,
body
I
shape to
Put something
this
in your room that he would only know.
Well, let me give you examples.
Yeah.
So if you read about near-death experiences, NDEs, which is like many books about them,
Especially if you had a
people-
vaccine.
people, yeah. So people like are often on an operating table, and they kind of like they die physically. They come out of their body, and they're watching the doctors try to resuscitate them and work on them. Sometimes they move into a light. Sometimes they get told that it's not your time, and they come back and they go back into.
Oh, so they've got receptionists.
Yeah,
They've got doctors, receptionists.
It's all very organised, man.
Yeah,
Get given the
but
light.
they're like, sorry, you missed your appointment.
Basically,
You're not coming in.
Yeah, and lots of comedy as well on the other side. Lots of funny shit happening, and they would see what's happening, and then tell the doctors after, I saw you doing this, I saw you administering that, and it's like doctors have had these experiences, surgeons. People other than just like lay people, medical people.
So what does your friend say when he's been on these astro plane journeys?
Funny enough, he's very uninterested in it, which makes me a little bit sick because I wish I had those fucking.
And you can
powers.
train to do this.
You can, but
And what is the training?
But like someone who's naturally good at football or
Like me.
already naturally funny, like
Like
me,
me.
for example.
Like me.
You have them natural talents, innit?
Yeah, so how does he do it then?
His is just automatic.
Well, how do you train for it?
You can use online courses. You can take to.
Why have you trained?
See, Nico would be quite advanced because he's already. I tell you who I was talking to about it. Tanya Edwards.
Oh yeah.
So I did an interview with Tanya Edwards on my podcast, and I said to her, you should be doing some meditation. She went, I don't want to do that. I tried it, and the first time I did it, I started flying around the room, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. You're fucking already on level 8. You know what I mean? It takes people like 30 years of like deep meditation to get to level 5. You're already there. So it's like some people are just naturally good at shit. So obviously Nick goes.
I lost it after a period of time though. I lost it like when I got to 14 or some shit.
Right.
What, this was a... this was
I used to
happening?
be able to tune into that and fly around.
Yeah, you see.
But then after a certain age, I remember I went to do it and I just couldn't access it anymore.
You grew up.
I don't know what it was.
It's
If-
but
if
the
my
world,
brain
the more you
changed or-
tune into the physical realm, the more you lose those abilities. Like the more you use a keyboard, the less you can write nicely. But you have to start practicing again with a pen and paper. It's just you losing the ability. But you, because you've already been there, you're already accustomed to it, your body's in tune with it. You could get there like really easily.
Try do it now.
Fly up my bum hole. See if I got piles.
Could he, if he could do that, could he tell me what's in my pocket?
But listen,
Is it a phone?
No.
Because this is a thing. There's this rapper comedian guy called MC Hammersmith, and he does
MC
this thing. He's like, I'm going to do an improvised rap about whatever's in your
missed
pockets.
last week's episode,
and then,
by the way.
Oh, were you slagging him off? Well,
No, we did improvise rap.
well, anyway, he says, he says, I'm going to do an improvised rap on whatever's in your pockets, and then everybody gets out what's in their pockets, and he does an improvised rap, and he's like, oh my God, he did an improvised rap. It's like, no, he just got a rap about credit
Keys,
cards,
wallets, phones,
yeah,
credit
fucking
cards.
everything. People have got in their pockets.
Oh,
a
what's in my
comedian who
pocket
does that.
then,
That
Nick?
Irish guy does that, doesn't he? He's quite.
Oh, abandoned, but that's who MC Hammersmith
Should we
ripped
do
off.
another improvised rap to end the podcast? I didn't tell
Well, no,
tell
because
them
we haven't
about-
done your do your dermapen.
Do your pen, man.
Do it now.
No, because it's actually it hurts.
What do you
Well, do it. If it hurts,
while
do it
Nico
more.
tries to elevate to the next level?
All right.
What is a derma?
act-
Just explain to us what a dermapen
Okay, so
is.
this is
it's
my
medical.
skincare regime, right? You take one of these needles. It's got like loads of little. Shall I do it now? No, because my face.
So it's got
will
loads
bleed.
of pointy little. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Why?
Make your face bleed.
Get your Pfizer Derma pen.
All right. So
10
first
vaccines
of
at
all,
once.
You got to clean your.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
You've got to clean your skin.
Yeah.
I guess this is going to be boring for the skin regime enthusiast. This is how you have nice skin. So wash your face.
But Darius, my skin look better than yours,
Yeah, but you're black.
and I don't use it.
Black don't crack.
You're as they call in Barbados red.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got nice skin. Good for you.
You got nice skin, though.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You got nice skin. You got Native American hair.
It's like a 14-year-old girl's sleepover.
So then, right? These are really good. Also, this is
such a
good if you're.
paedophile.
Darius does makeup tutorials on YouTube.
Dermapen. What this does is it creates little perforations.
And you can buy it from my affiliate link.
Yeah.
It creates little perforations in
Like
your
and
face,
subscribe for more makeup tips.
which generate collagen, and then you put.
I went to college in Stirling.
I went to college in London. So like that.
So do it.
I'm doing it. I got really. You
What
need
does
it.
it
So
do?
what do
What's
you
it
do?
for?
Why
What
is
does
it
it
going
do to make your skin nicer?
Do it.
Well, it's like so. It's got little needles there.
Right, so do it.
Yo, it hurts.
Well, do it.
But I'm
In your
doing
face.
it. Well, now my whole face is going to go red before the gig tonight. and then you go over all your
Do
lines.
do a swastika in your
So is it
forehead.
doing? Is it doing? Is jabbing into your?
Ow! Ow!
It's not bleeding.
Yeah, it was gonna go red in a minute, and then you
Oh,
do
it's
it
not
around
red
your
yet.
lines.
And you
here.
you do it on your bum hole too?
You do it on your knob.
Do you wash it after you've done it on your bum hole? Are you allergic to it?
That's
Brought out the COVID. It's brought out the COVID.
Should you save someone who eats meat?
Would you share your rig with someone else, or is it like being a junkie?
Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't say. You could buy. You want to try it? I'll give you one.
You could get AIDS.
It's like a very small vibrator.
So basically, right now,
That's all
it's
Darius needs.
perforating my skin, and it's quite painful. And you do this once a month or once every few months, and it generates.
You
got
got to push harder.
No, because it's fucking don't. It's on level 3, and then
Oh, shit, not level
and then you
3.
can, and then you can make that up to how the depth. So you can go in 2.
Going harder.
When did you start
not
doing
bleeding.
this? And when did you?
It does because I can't see. That's out.
After he took 2 CB and
Yeah.
became gay.
This reminds me of Hellraiser. Do you remember the guy from Hellraiser? Remember that
Anyway,
guy?
so you go this over your skin, over the lines, and it generates new collagen and stimulates skin growth.
And afterwards, you look like this.
So in the next few weeks, you'll see. But then after this, then you put on your serum. So that's basically
Do your
it.
face more. Do your
Alright,
nose.
Why are you
do your
doing that?
nose.
Anyway, you've got like young skin. What are you doing it for?
to keep my skin there young. So then once you've done that,
What the fuck is this?
it's my makeup bag.
My God,
You
look at
follow
this
up-
man bag.
You follow up with retinol. This is retinol 5%.
Not to be confused with remdesivir.
What's
Or
remdesivir?
Rohypnol.
Remdesivir is what they give you in for
What-
COVID in America,
is
and you
How much
die.
is that jar of retinol?
About 20 quid.
You put
A couple drops of this on. This is
Fucking
also
hell.
good.
Where
if
did
you've
you
got-
get? Who told you to do all this?
Elsa. Obviously, if you've got acne, this is really good for acne scars as well. And
Have you got acne?
No, I've got nice skin. But if you do, it gets rid of the scars. And this generates all your skin. Then you follow that up with, and then you use a moisturizer.
Nico, can I just say this is the gayest thing that might turn you gay? Yeah, forget the mushrooms. All these lady treatments, like, were
And then
unnecessary.
follow
That's
that
very
up
toxic,
with,
Tony.
I follow that up with the ordinary niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%, and this diminishes your pores. It makes your pores smaller. So if you ever see someone who's got big pores, this will make them smaller.
Have you got
Like a
big
bear.
pores?
A bear's got big paws.
And then wait, I haven't finished that. Also, make sure you're using SPF every day. So a couple drops of this, or they'll
So
run.
spoof on your face.
This guy.
You could probably just do this by pissing in your hands and rub it in your face. And do it for like nothing.
Almost run.
Or just have sex with a black man and have those jeans in your
And
crib.
then,
Yeah, that works out for your
I
kids.
tried
mate.
that,
You-
Nico, and I look at my skin. It looks
And
like a baby. actually.
finally, you finish off
Darius did almost get fucked by those
With-
2 black men in the front row.
with moisturizing cream, but you have to make sure it's got hyaluronic acid in it. Hyaluronic acid is very
What's
important.
hyaluronic
This sounds like
acid?
the contents of the
Basically,
vaccine.
the only skincare that actually works, that does anything,
Sounds like mad.
is retinol or tretinoin and hyaluronic acid. Are the only ones.
Aren't they both acne things?
They have been used for it. These are really good.
So what does it do?
So but basically the pen, what the pen does, it will generate your. So every 3 weeks or a month, your skin. So if you did this now, if you want, you can try it on, but you need to do it properly. It will see how like Tony's skin's a bit dry. It will generate.
Shots fired.
shit.
Man down. Man down. Man down.
Wow.
It will just.
He
it
is
will
our
just-
guest, you know.
It will,
skin, eh? That's what you say, yeah.
it will just give you that new skin. Like it makes your skin nice and.
Do you know what I rub on
Why
my
don't you
face?
do it
I
on
wash
your-
my face and I rub coconut oil on it.
I
I like how Nico was taking the piss, but he's taking photos of every single
and then
product.
a little bit.
Darius.
and then
on
I've got this,
Amazon.
I'm trying this new eye
Gaylord
cream.
Nico.
This is but this eye cream's cheap. This is from Aldi, vitamin C. So we'll try it and see how it goes.
Tune in next week to see how I look.
Fucking hell, I can see through walls.
Darius,
that
do you
is
do
my-
your whole face or do you...
You're meant to do your whole face. I
You do
haven't
your
done-
chin?
Yeah, I haven't done
like
it.
one of those
times.
girls you get
I
on
could have looked
YouTube
in
that
there.
does
I could have
make
looked
makeup
in there.
videos, isn't
Oh,
it?
actually, I can look on that.
Then
That's
you do
true.
the little Egyptian
So you
eye.
do your nose, and anywhere you've got like, so I get
Darius,
lines here.
who of the 3 speech listeners do you think is taking this advice? There's
Can
no
we talk about
7-year-old.
shitting yourself now?
There are
Because
no
I want to have a
se-
laugh. I come here for a laugh, man. I want to watch you have a makeover.
There's
Man,
no
people
7-year-old
you-
girls
you
who
know
watch
what?
3 speech,
Pete,
mate.
Who wants to have a go? Do you want to have a go?
No, I don't wanna get your fucking bloodborne diseases.
Put it on your arm.
No, because that's also blood.
It's not bleeding. I haven't bled yet.
That's not
Try
like,
it, see
oh,
how
do you want to
painful
shoot
it
a
is.
needle?
Do
Like,
this.
no! Are you fucking mental? Jesus.
pussy.
Christ.
Get Iranian hepatitis.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have AIDS, man. Let them have AIDS on that
I'm gonna
needle.
have to do that again tonight properly now. I don't. I'm fine this time.
What else do you do, kind of like effeminate kind of things to your body?
He gave
I
me a
make
thing
sure
for
I drink
digging
a
out.
lot. I try and drink a lot of water.
That's
I
just
drink
good.
that, and I take.
Femme fresh.
I take a Caniston combi. Take that.
Anti-thrush cream.
No, it's just a joke.
Okay.
I think we need
That's
like.
basically. Oh, and I use argan oil.
Yes.
for
Well, if I drop it more,
Wait, Mooch, you got to talk about shitting yourself. You got to talk about shitting yourself,
drop it
man.
most. We're gonna get there, but drop.
This morning, one of
Is that same guy again?
Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
morning to you.
Why are you gay? You are gay. You are a transgender.
That might be the funniest thing I've ever
You
heard
are a
in my life.
transgender, and you're gay.
Can that be like just when you get a text message? Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Homosexual.
I need that as a sample. Why
are you gay?
Why are you gay? When did you become gay? What is it like?
I need
How
to
many
redo
gay
that.
things have you done?
You can see my skin from Dubai next week. Me and Nico are going to be calling him from Dubai because we're.
They might not let you in the
on
country.
the laughter factory. Yeah.
They might think you're trans, man. You're so glowing. They're like, translate just as subtitles. He is too
Why are you
shiny
gay?
to be a man. Why are you
Why
gay?
are you gay?
No, in Arab, it'll be the Arab version.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? What are you doing here?
We'll see how nice my skin looks next week.
You might grow breasts by next week. Lovely, luscious. You probably make quite an attractive woman, though.
Oh, he's got a set about
Nico,
it.
would you shag him for 6 million quid? Though?
Yes.
Nah.
6
is a
million.
good
This
price.
is
That's all half.
That's
This is
a lot.
all like the workman people that I know, which is a lot of them, and my black friends. That I play this game with them because I know it winds them up, and they don't like it. And I say, well, would you just let a man touch your penis just for like 6 seconds, like this in a circular motion,
Yes.
for like 900 quid?
Yeah.
It's a very easy amount of money, just like that.
Yeah.
Would you do that, Nico?
Yeah,
See,
I would.
Nico's not gonna.
I would.
You'll have a price though, Nick.
Yeah.
But what if I offered you a house? Yeah.
Yeah.
In let's say,
£50?
shut up! I'm talking to him, man. About it. A house all paid for.
Like a decent proposal.
Yeah. Listen,
That's a decent
All you have to do is let them just do this. Look, 10 seconds.
Has it got to be hard?
Wait, on my penis?
No, on the microphone.
you
On the
take-
mic.
It's on the fucking penis.
I've got a better one. Would you, Nico, to get the comedy career of your wildest dreams?
Yeah. To
right?
gig with Chappelle.
So you would be the next Chappelle,
Oh, imagine that.
but
Nico.
you
But
just
I'm
had to-
already
you
that.
just had to suck off. a
Just
guy.
one suck.
I'm not saying what faith he is.
Was he Muslim?
Jewish.
What about Muslims?
He's Muslim.
You can choose.
Very
you can
similar
choose.
dick, to be
Could be a
honest.
Catholic.
Yes,
Could be
we're
a
saying-
Catholic or
we don't know,
Quaker.
it's a circumcised penis, but we're not saying
Which-
Jewish penis.
Could be a Muslim penis or an atheist who
To
had a
get the
problem with his
career-
foreskin.
To get the career you want.
I'm happy with my career for the most part.
No.
Yeah.
And yet you had to sign a non-disclosure.
What about to save our lives? All of our,
yeah.
all of our
Goodbye.
lives. All you had, we're dead basically. Aren't we? All you had to do is just this once, just once to Mike Tyson. So it's someone like nice, famous, muscular. You know, who's got a bit of history to him.
He's washed.
So we'd all die. You'd let us all die.
Yeah.
I'd do it. I'd save you all.
Yeah.
I'd save you all.
I'd suck that dick.
Come on, man. It's just. I mean,
You would do
forget
it.
about
You would do
two
it
hours
without
later.
the ultimatum.
I'd do it just for fun. You're like,
What? You're ill?
My friend. Ah!
I'd do it because I want to climb that ladder, and I'm willing to suck that dick. But it's never been offered to me.
That's how men are discriminated against.
Discrimination.
That's how Harvey Weinstein, all those women got helped out by sucking his dick, and we don't get that option. It's disgusting.
That's a little bit unfair, to be honest.
It is unfair.
yeah,
well,
that's-
Kevin Spacey was doing it. Everyone knew that, and then now they've
He's a right old dodgy cunt.
Oh, that guy-
Kaiser Sosa of the gay world.
The conspiracy theory about that Aaron Carter guy who died.
Yeah,
They say he had just reached out to Kanye.
he had.
Yeah, and then he got smoked. And also there's saying that they silenced him because of stuff he was going to expose. They killed him off.
God, they kill so many
about
people,
how they-
man. So
who-
many people.
who-
Let's talk. Who shit themselves?
Me.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've shit myself so many
Really
times.
bad.
man.
We went on. We were in Bratislava, and
It's funny already, man.
yeah. So my mate Mark, he's like the worst human being on earth. He has these things called an e-knob.
What's an e-knob?
It's a European night of banter, and it's the worst. It's the worst people doing the worst thing. You go out to a country, you don't have a hotel. You're just drinking the whole way. There's no hotel. You just get the last flight out there and the first flight back. And I woke up in the airport in Bratislava and I'd shat my pants.
Oh God, man.
And because there's no hotel, you have no change of clothes.
Yeah.
You were sober?
No.
Wait.
I got in a fight with a bin and lost.
Wait.
Did you have to suck a penis to get clothes?
No.
How did
Just
you?
checking.
I just woke up in the airport and like I had nothing on me. Some friend had my passport. Someone had my phone. And I'd shat my pants. I went to the toilet.
When was this?
This
always
is like
funny.
6-7 years ago.
Okay.
And I there's no change of clothes.
But why did you shit your pants?
I was that drunk.
You were drunk.
I was
What, so it's just one night out?
one night out. I
You're
woke
listening
up
to the
and
story.
I just shat my pants. And the worst part was like when we got the flight over, we were all sat together.
Yeah.
But on the flight back, I was in the middle of a row of complete strangers.
So
But did you clean it a bit?
I cleaned it a bit, but there's only so much you can do when you shat your
How did you
pants.
clean it?
I went to the toilet and just took off my pants, got them away, just got as much toilet paper, tried to, but there's still a
But did
very
you throw the
stink,
did
isn't
you
it?
throw
Strong
the
smell.
pants away?
yeah.
But then there was shit on the trousers.
You stink of shit when you shit your pants.
Did
that
you
what
rinse?
happens?
Did
Yes.
you rinse the trousers?
Yes.
What did you wear when you were rinsing the trousers?
I was butt naked in the thing, trying to do everything.
With
It was-
people walking past?
yeah.
I've got a very similar
it's not my
one.
proudest moment, but it gets
Where
worse.
you're washing it in the
wait,
sink?
wait.
It gets worse. I got back home and I'd lost my house keys. So I eventually get home and I can't get in my house.
Right.
And it's a sunny day. I'm sweating in jeans that stink of shit.
Oh my God.
I'm ringing the
So many
doorbell.
similar
Did you smell
experiences
the
to
shit?
the
Did anybody say anything on the plane?
No, my neighbours came back though, and I just couldn't look at them. No one said anything. I just buried my head into
Yeah.
the thing. And it was the worst hour and a half getting back. I went to an internet cafe and managed to speak to one of my housemates, but they weren't in. My girlfriend, who I'd only just really started sort of seeing, had stayed over,
Yeah.
and she basically had gone out on a night out, and she was shit faced. She let me in. I went upstairs, had a shower, and it was fucking. Because I didn't want to explain.
Yeah.
that I shat myself.
Yeah.
The next night we went to another party, and
You shit yourself again.
and all my mates were there, and we were going into it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to, because everyone's gonna fucking just rinse me about
Yeah.
this. So
You needed a rinse.
I pulled her aside and went, look, I need to tell you something about what's happened in Bratislava, because something happened and I'm not ashamed of it. And she just starts bawling her eyes out, thinking I'm sleeping with a prostitute.
Yeah.
Or something like that. No.
Which you did, obviously, as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then you
everyone
shat
does, don't they?
yourself.
I mean, that's quite normal things, isn't it?
And I was like, no.
She gave you diarrhea.
I just shit myself. And that's my fucking
I
embarrassment.
bet she was like, oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, no,
I've got a remarkably similar one, but when I got to the, you know that gig in Portsmouth?
Oh,
off
Sean.
the curb.
All right.
The off the curb gig in Portsmouth?
Yeah, don't know that one.
You know that big venue by the...
You mean jonglers?
No, man, it's the off the curb. It's like a big music venue.
Oh, I don't know.
It takes hours to drive down, 3.5 hours. I mean, all the way there, my stomach was going... And I parked outside the club, and you could park on that road, right? And as I just got out the car, it just went... Right, it just came out. I couldn't stop it, man. I couldn't fucking stop it. It was like a JCB unloading mashed potato mixed with cocoa butter. It just went... And I was like, oh my God, no! And only amazingly, I had a king-size
sphincter?
Andrex box in the car, and I never had any tissues ever.
From your
I took the
street
whole
wanking.
fucking lot out, and I was cleaning my bum like that in the back of the car, going, please God,
Dirty
please God, not my trousers, not my trousers. And I went up and down that fucking street looking for a pair of pants. There wasn't one, not even a pound land. There was nothing. I couldn't buy any pants. So I had to go into the gig, into the toilets, wash my pants out in the sink, and just go under the hot
Why
dryer.
didn't you throw them away?
Because I thought if I shit myself again, it would come out like,
On the
on
trousers.
stage. And she went, as I'm talking about, you know, like fucking my cat or something and doing an impersonation of my cat. And it was just shit myself. It come out the bottom of my jeans. And then I just like a trail of shit across the stage. So I thought at least, and then you stuff your bum full of tissue.
Oh,
don't
no,
you?
I got rid of the pants. I just was trying
No,
to wash the
I
jeans.
washed mine and I dried
Why
them
were
under
you
the.
shitting yourself
hang on.
so
I just
much?
had a bad gut.
Mooch, where were you washing your trousers?
In
the
the
sink.
airport.
In the airport
Toilet.
bathroom?
Yeah.
People walking
With a
past.
bottle of water outside the airport like that.
No, yeah, in a toilet, in a toilet.
Is that a battery?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when did you shit yourself, Nick?
I went out with a friend, and I think I had too much to drink, and I shot myself on the bus coming home.
What?
And I also went to the wrong house because I didn't live there anymore.
Did you get changed there?
I went to a house that I had lived in like 4 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
You
was
don't
that
live
drunk.
here
Smelling of
anymore.
shit as well. The wrong house,
And
the
I'm-
wrong
yeah.
trousers.
And
Sounds
I'm-
like a Wallace and Gromit
And
cartoon.
I'm putting the key in the thing and it's not turning. And then I realized, I sober up a little bit. I was like, oh shit, I don't live here anymore. I live in Dulwich. Yeah.
I done it at my mother-in-law's as well.
Well, but I threw away my pants. I went.
I like
The
keeping
man
my
with
pants.
standards.
Yeah,
I
went,
pissed myself.
I went to McDonald's, got off the bus, went to McDonald's, wiped with a newspaper, put the pants in the bin, and cleaned myself with newspaper because there was no
Newspaper
toilet
can
paper.
be handy. That's the
Yeah.
only good thing it's useful.
And
I pissed myself at my in-laws' house and they just bought me a new mattress because of my bad back. A brand new orthopedic mattress.
Yeah.
And it was like a summer afternoon and I was smoking weed in the garden and my father-in-law went, do you want a nice glass of wine? And I thought, fuck it, why not? And it was so strong, it just gave me a whitey, basically,
Yeah.
which is a bit racist, isn't it, a whitey? And I had it and I drank it and I just suddenly went, oh my God, I'm having a whitey. And I went, I just got to go and I just got to lie down. I've got a bit of a headache. And I just passed that. And I woke up and I pissed the fucking bed.
Jesus.
And a brand new orthopedic mattress. Like,
So then what happened?
so I had to get the hairdryer out and dry it.
You,
then
you
it
dried
smelled.
the piss into it.
No, I dried it as best I could with a sheet, put that in the washing machine, and dried the hair. Used the hairdryer to
And did
dry
it
the
stink
mattress.
of piss?
That was all right, actually.
I got somebody else's coffee.
Son of a
picked
bitch.
up somebody else's
What's your
coffee.
shit story? Have you ever shit yourself?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I did when I was 14, but I mean, I had diarrhea.
Don't worry, I
shit
can give you
myself.
another one.
Well, I got to go. I got to get the train, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
But-
The shit stuff.
I've never shit myself. I shit the bed in hospital.
I shit myself.
Sorry,
I shit myself
that's shitting
outside
yourself.
my house. Outside, I couldn't get home in time to get to the toilet. I was stuck behind a learner. Then there was like red traffic light, and every time I tried, went around.
Leo's leaving if you're listening to this.
Every time I got
man,
around
take it
the
easy.
corner, there was another
You've made that all go green.
obstacle.
Leo, look what you've done. Shut that down. Piss off.
It's only Chris who's never shot himself.
So work.
See you later, man.
Cheers, man. See you later, Leo.
See you, Leo. Go on then. Tell us your
And I got stuck in traffic, and I had cargo shorts on. You know those really baggy
no.
shorts. And it was just that one of those summer's days where I thought I'm not even going to wear pants today. I just stuck those cargo shorts on. For, you know, as you do, you're just rushing around. And I just couldn't. I was dying for the
Free
toilet.
balling.
And as I was coming down my road, it was just a learner going. And I was going, please, man, please. I'll go outside my house, and it just went.
Why do you keep on shitting yourself?
I've got a little bit of IBS. It just comes out, and I'm like, and I'm not joking, man. I
funniest
phoned
part-
my missus inside. I said, come out with a towel. I've shit myself. She's like in the house laughing, and I go in the house, and there's no gas that day. They're doing work around the corner. I can't even have a hot shower to wash. And I tell you something, shit sticks, man. You can't wash shit off with cold water and soap. I was in the shower for like fucking it was just like moving wax around my body. I was just like going, fucking hell, it wouldn't come off, man.
Oh wait, yeah. Why are you shitting yourself so much?
It's got IBS.
I had IBS at the time. I had a bad IBS. Well, it wasn't actually, it was gallbladder. It was a misdiagnosis. I had all that time was,
A Jewish doctor.
he's a Jewish doctor. And all those massive furry hats. And he kept telling me, you got IBS, what's wrong with you? Come on.
So how do you treat it now?
No, it wasn't. It was gallbladder issues.
That's why it was waxy though. That means that's a problem.
I was misdiagnosed for like 4 years. That's why I gave up comedy as well.
So how do you fix your gallbladder?
Well,
So
in the
you
end,
gave
I had
up
to have it
comedy
out.
because you were shitting yourself so much.
Shut
No,
up,
because
Mooch, it's
the
too
pain
cold.
I was getting such severe like gallbladder pain, gallbladder stones. is like equivalent pain to giving birth.
Yeah, so not
It's
painful.
a fucking
Walk in the park.
it's it's nothing but breeze. It was such bad, and it was getting worse and worse, and I was having to cancel gigs, and then it was giving me anxiety that I might get it at the weekend. It was just and in
What
the end,
where is it located?
yeah.
You got pain
And
here.
I've been to private doctors. So I give this advice to anyone: if you're getting pains around there, and someone's telling you it's IBS, make sure you get your gallbladder checked out with an ultrasound, because I had 3 years of misdiagnosis. I missed gigs and like events and parties, and I'd be at home in agony and
Toilets.
taking shitting myself and taking tons of
What
painkillers.
causes gallbladder problems?
Well, that's a good question, but it's like a very fatty diet, eating late at night. In Chinese medicine, if you eat like after 12, which you do when you're a comedian,
Gizmo.
if you eat loads of shit and drink alcohol and eat things like between 12 and 2 in the morning, it affects your gallbladder and your liver. So I was doing that coming back from all them years from DJing. I was doing it for 20 years. So I've like be eating at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And then I started comedy and I was doing the same thing, eating like 11, 12, 1 in the morning. You start, you come out of a gig and sometimes you just
Why
wanna
don't you
start
do one last gig before you go to Devon?
Do you wanna
Come
gig
and
tonight?
No, man.
go MC. Come and MC for Mooch so you can see you MCing.
Come, do one more gig for us.
Do one more gig for Mooch.
One more gig. Or why don't you do the first Three Speech live podcasts?
Yeah, Marrese, will you come and do the live podcast gigging?
You can shit wherever you
Is
want.
he having a heart attack? Will you
This is
come and do the
gallbladder
live?
I used to enjoy gigging.
Yeah, well, will you come and do one last gig?
What, tonight?
Not tonight.
If you want to
obviously.
do one tonight,
No,
do
I'm
one
going to
tonight.
Bognor Regis in a minute.
I just have to make it up as I went along.
That's what Darius does all the time.
I know, that's what I did. That's what I did most of the time.
Marrese is really good at
Yeah,
MCing.
Come,
no, I've got some geezer coming to collect records, but I used
Stop
to
making excuses.
I used to do that on the cruise ship, man. That was the best, actually. That was my best thing that I used to do when I got those gigs on Royal Caribbean, which is a wicked cruise line, I have to say. They treat the staff wicked. The food is amazing, right? You get paid well. The other entertainers were getting their full $3,000 a week, $3,000 a week. Everyone was like super happy, and the comedy clubs are just like 200 people.
You got to be clean though, don't you?
No. You
I
just
said-
don't run down the organisation,
Oh, I was going to do
and
that.
you don't get political. But
You don't say anything about royals in the Caribbean.
No, I was making Hillary Clinton jokes at the time and blowjob.
I think it's you could. It's more of a Republican crowd on a cruise, isn't it?
You know something? To be honest, I was taking the piss out of the Americans so much, and they loved it.
Yeah.
They absolutely loved it, man. What the fuck is some of the greatest gigs I ever did?
I gotta shoot, guys.
Yeah, we've
My
been going.
My face hurts because I put needles in it.
You must get
Yeah,
those gigs, man.
it's red.
Oh
It's
shit!
Red now.
Oh shit! Yeah. Turn your head.
Oh, you can see where it's gone red.
Your face has shit itself.
Yeah, because I told you, it hurts. Now it's gone red.
You've done all, you have done a swastika.
I'm so
Luckily,
glad.
it's the Hindu one, not the reverse Nazi one.
My face hurts. But on that note, I did that for you, not even in front of the camera. Now I've got to go
for the listeners.
for the list. For the listeners.
Yeah, release this as audio only. Audio only. Part.
Like and subscribe.
Like and
Is it because your
subscribe,
missus
guys.
sells those products?
No, my missus sells electric cars now. She sells Teslas.
Really?
Yeah, Teslas, Mercedes ECQ, Rivian.
Does she,
all
can
those.
she get cheaper ones? Or?
We've got a we've got a
lease deal.
Mercedes ECQ on order. Actually, she can. If you've got a business, she can do it so that the whole deal is, instead of anything you pay in tax, if your tax bill's high enough, if you get the electric car, it just comes from your tax. So it's a tax expense. So if you're
How long does the business have to be going for?
you might
47
be-
years.
She could get it for you. Not as long as you a business.
You probably got to be turning over about £250,000.
No, if
Bird
you've got
gang.
a proper
Oh.
business, she'll do it.
We'll talk
All
off
right.
there. Tony, that was
Like
great.
and subscribe.
I
Come
enjoyed myself.
host a show one day.
Look at that,
When
man.
you're ready.
Fucking hell. No carbs, you fat cunt.